mentioned, didn't I, a little bit earlier, have you ever attempted a world record? Have you ever tried to do it? Big commitment, isn't it? And my next guest is taking 4 months off work to try and break a world record. He joins me in the studio right now. I thank you very much indeed. Ed Wood. Hello, Ed.
Hi, Sadie. Hi.
Taking time out to come in and see me as well from this task you've set yourself.
Yeah.
So tell us what it is you're trying to do.
So there's a record in the Guinness Book of Records for watching every team in the league play a home league match in the shortest amount of time. So there's 92 teams in the English leagues.
In the football league,
in the football leagues, yeah. So we're looking at Premier League, Championship, Division 1, Division 2. And then also you have to do Berwick Rangers. They're an English team who play in the Scottish League. So Guinness defined that as the 93rd team. And it's to watch a full league match. So you've got to be there at the start, got to be there at the end. And you've got to see every team play.
Every team play. In how many days have you got?
The record's 237 days, which would take me probably to the start of April. I started on the 13th of August.
Wow. How many have you done already?
So far I've done 11.
You've done 11?
Yeah. Right. So I started at Oldham on the 13th of August. I was lucky enough to get on the pitch at half-time and did an interview with the announcer. So all that was great. Then I did Bristol Rovers on the Sunday, Chelsea Monday, Colchester Tuesday, Fleetwood in the north of England on the Wednesday, day off Thursday, Man United Friday, Cambridge Saturday, Ipswich Sunday. Then I've just had a bit of a break. Then the last 3 days I've done Burton Albion against Derby on Friday. I did Saturday was Grimsby against Cambridge, and Sunday I've just been to Man City. So that's my 11 so far.
Lordy, that's a bit of travelling, isn't it?
Yep, I've done 2,000 miles so far.
You've done 2,000? Are you driving? How are you doing it?
Mostly driving, which does carry its own challenges because I've got 6 points on my licence. That's one thing I'm very wary about is getting up to 12.
No,
I'm steady away at the moment.
Gosh, are you doing all the driving? Do you have got anyone with you?
I've been on the train to a couple of games, but no, I'm just driving mostly on my own at the moment.
You're on your own?
Yeah.
So there's no one who's driving you around and letting you run into and then jump in and then take you off? There's no one doing that?
No chauffeurs at the moment, no.
Where did this idea come from?
So I think it originated when I was about 16. I woke up and I got the Guinness Book of Records for Christmas, and there was a record in it that was set by two people, Bob Wilson and Mike Jones. In 1969, they created this record, and it was done in 264 days in 1969. And I sort of, for some reason, the record stuck with me. And when I was 25, I decided I'd try and do it. So with 2 weeks' notice, I stayed up all night till about 2 a.m. No, there wasn't many computers around at the time, but I found this one, put all the fixtures on the computer that had come out at the start of the season, and I realised I could do it. So I thought, okay, I'll have a go. I hitchhiked the first few games, so I didn't have a driving licence, and eventually did pass my test. And I ended up doing the record in 243 days.
You did?
In 91, 92 this was.
So you've already held this world record?
So I held the record.
Right.
And then 3 years later I got beaten, which was, par for the course.
Throwing down the gauntlet, there was someone, wasn't there?
So he did it in 237 days, this guy. And the record stood since then. I don't know whether people actually know it exists or whatever, or whether anyone's attempted on to, I don't know. But when you say you want to do a record, the Guinness Book of Records sort of set up a two-way conversation with you to register it and allow you to ask questions about where it is and all that. So I've got that going on at the moment. We used to be in record breaking after the Olympics. I mean, we had quite a few records broken, didn't we? Yeah. And they sort of said they were looking at a time, or what was their best time, what was their... So what are you looking at? So I did a virtual one last season. I pretended I was going to the games because often if you look back at the fixtures for a full season, you say, I would have gone to this game on this day, I would have gone to the game on this day, whereas doing it without the benefit of hindsight forces you to think about how you're going to structure which games you go to. So when I did it last season, pretending, I did it in 200 days. So
200, that knocks 37 days. Oh, that's a lot. That's a month. That's over a month off.
So I'm hoping that some of there were things that fell for it that made it potentially quicker, which may not come through this season, but it gives me, if I'd done it in 235, let's say, I probably would have thought, actually, I'm not going to bother to put all that time and expense and my career potentially at risk. But because I bid it by so much, I'm thinking I'm relatively confident I can do it.
You're going to be doing it then. You've taken 4 months off work?
Yeah, you're allowed a sabbatical from work. If you take up to 6 months off, you can still get your old job back.
Really?
So I'm...
Right, that's me sorted.
Yeah.
It's got that.
So I'm hoping September to December, then I come back at the start of January, and then I think the remaining games will mostly be weekend games, so I should be able to manage that whilst working. But I think during these 4 months, there will be times when I'm going to something like 10 games in 9 days is planned through.
10 games in 9 days,
Yeah,
two on one day.
Yeah, so that's happening a couple of times. So all that's to come over the next 3 or 4 months.
A logistical nightmare. And not only have you got all these games to see, but also your friends have been really friendly. Number one, they're not driving you around. So number two, they're probably not... I hope they're putting you up in their houses when you need to be anywhere. But they've also... They have given you some extra challenges as well.
Yeah, I've got...
Tell me some of them.
They thought it'd be quite funny to get me to do this. So there's basically 4 groups of them. There's getting to games, who I go with, what will I be wearing, and then doing some wacky stuff for them there. So how do I get to games? So some of them is, should I cycle? I should cycle to a game, walk to a game, get a motorbike to a game. So when I'm doing 2 games in a day, I am going to try to get a motorbike from one ground to another. Because
you drive a motorbike or somebody get you on the back pillion?
So I've already got somebody who's offered to drive me from one stadium to another. Because I don't think I can do it in the time to get away from stadium when it's too busy, and getting into another one when it's too full. So that should dovetail quite nicely with the challenge. Then I've got people to go with, so there's stuff around the charity. The charity is prostate cancer, so I'm trying to go with somebody who's maybe a prostate cancer recoverer, a prostate cancer carer, prostate cancer fundraiser. So those sort of things would fit in nicely with the charity I'm doing it for. What will I stuff about wearing? I support Derby, and so they think that I'm going to wear a Nottingham Forest shirt to the Nottingham Forest game, but I'm thinking of a way to try and get out of that.
I think if that's the challenge,
So yeah, I'm allowed to
forego your own team for one match.
I'm allowed to think laterally, I've been told. So there's that. And then it's doing wacky stuff when I get there. So my favourite band is the Twang. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but can I get them played on the tannoy? Can I walk around the ground, inside the ground? Often they're segregated, but can I sort of blag my way round?
Right.
And the another one is, can I play a vuvuzela at a ground?
A vuvuzela. Oh, we did love those, didn't we, from that lovely World Cup, when you couldn't hear anything else that was going on. They were lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll be popular with that one as well. You've got to wear a kilt, I believe, as well.
Yeah, I've just had someone say they're going to drive me up to... One of my friends said he'll drive me up to Berwick, and he'll wear a kilt as well with me. So I've written that down.
And you know the rules of wearing a kilt. Anyone who may be north of the border are listening, you know the rules.
I'm aware of the rules.
Make sure it's a warm day. That's all I'm saying.
Thanks. Cheers.
Won't be attractive.
Yeah.
So you've got all these as well. So and you're doing it for charity. Why are you doing it for prostate cancer? Because there's many charities out there, of course.
Yeah, I mean, prostate cancer is the charity that's been. It's got a fairly long-standing relationship with football at the moment. So that's what I was trying to make the most of, really. Since I've started doing it, I've come across a couple of people whose parents have got it, and it does sound quite intimidating thing to have, and it's something that I'm not particularly aware of, and I think just increasing my awareness will help me to increase other people's awareness as well. So it's those sort of things I'm trying to make the most of, I think.
Can I say that is absolutely brilliant? Because I have a husband, and he's quite good at going to the doctors.
Yeah.
But the reason I think that women live longer normally than men, it seems to be, is because if women find a lump or have a problem, they go to the doctors.
Yeah.
If men find a lump or have a problem, they go to the pub.
Yeah.
So go to the doctor. Go to the doctors, guys. There's nothing you can say to your doctor or show to your doctor that he hasn't seen before. So just go to your doctor, because if you get things checked out soon enough, you may be absolutely fine. So don't leave it and think, I'll leave it till. No, go now.
Yeah.
So if you've made one person go to the doctor and get themselves checked out and recover from this horrible disease, then thank you very much indeed. From every woman who's listening, who says to their husband, will you go? I've made you an appointment. because you can't get you there. Thank you so much, Ed. Let us know how you're doing, won't you?
Thank you. I will do. Yeah.
And if any football team, if football clubs are listening, maybe they will help you by allowing you to get on the pitch or walking around, and maybe they can raise a little bit of money. Maybe there can be a few buckets jangling around.
Yeah,
so
that would be fantastic. Yeah,
that would be great. Let us know how much you raise and all that, and if you do it.
Yep. Thank you very much.
I love it. A world beater. Or blow the Olympics. I've got you. Thank you very much indeed, Edward.
Thank you.
Watch